Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to today's workout, which is a bodyweight workout suitable for beginners. I'm just going to start with a quick warm-up. The first exercise is going to be high knees. So with your feet about hip distance apart, you're going to draw your knees into your chest while keeping your core engaged and your chest up nice and high. If you like, you can lift your arms up. Just really focus on getting those knees up as high as possible. Okay, moving on to the next exercise, you're going to be doing side steps. So take a nice big step to the side, and you want to start focusing on getting a little bit lower each time, and you can add the arms in if you like. So pulling your arms to the side, squeezing back. Okay, hands come behind your head now, and we're going to work on some core twists. So again, you're drawing your knee up. This time you're going to bring the opposite elbow to meet the knee. If it doesn't quite touch, that's completely fine, but just focus on getting that nice twist across your torso. Okay, time to warm up those shoulders. So feet are going to come about hip distance apart, hands come up in line with your shoulders, and you're just going to make small little circles towards the back of the room. Okay, switch direction, coming to the front of the room now. Remember to stay standing nice and straight and keeping that core engaged again. Okay, just a few dynamic stretches to finish off our warm-up. So we're going to do some standing cat-cow. Hands are going to go straight out in front of you. You're going to round your back, pull your shoulder blades apart, and then arms come behind you, chest comes out forward. Just do that once more on each side. Nice work. And finally, just a couple of wrist stretches to make sure we are warmed up through the wrist, and we are good to go. Alright, you have a 30-second quick rest here just to get ready for round one. The only piece of equipment that you're going to need is either a very light dumbbell or something to hold. I used a yoga block, but you could literally use anything that's lightweight. I will see you in around 20 seconds. Let's get into our first exercise. So round one's going to consist of 6 different exercises, each for 30 seconds with a 15-second rest. We're starting with goblet squats. So whatever you're holding, you're going to hold at your chest. Feet are about hip distance apart, weight is in your heels. Toes and knees are going to be facing slightly out in the same direction. And you're going to squat down. Make sure you're trying to sit backwards, keep that chest up nice and high and core engaged. Nice work. We are now going to be heading down onto the floor. We're going to be doing modified push-ups today. So set yourself up. Hands are going to come directly beneath your shoulders. You're aiming to have your elbows come out about 45 degrees from your body and bringing your chest down to the ground in between your hands. As with all exercises, it's really important that you keep your core nice and strong here. So pull that belly button in towards your back, tuck your tailbone under, and knit your ribs together. Okay, moving on to exercise number 3, we're going to do some tricep extensions on the floor. So you're going to come down and lay completely flat on the floor, face down. Hands are going to come out in front of you into a low cobra. Now, the further out your hands are from your body, the easier this exercise is going to be. So as you can see, this is actually a really small movement, but what I want you to focus on is really squeezing the tricep muscle at the top. So when you bring your arms into an extension, you're feeling that squeeze in your tricep, and simultaneously trying to pull your hands towards your body even though they're staying where they are. I was kind to you guys because we are staying lying down. We're going to work into some dorsal raises now, which is going to work our back. So for this one, you're going to extend your arms out in front of you, and you're going to pull your elbows back towards each other while squeezing your shoulder blades at the back and slightly peeling your chest off the ground. When you get to the top of the movement and your elbows are back, you want to hold it for 1 second and then come back down. Try to avoid the temptation to put your hands down in front of you in between each rep. Try to keep them floating about 1 inch off the ground. Okay, moving on, we're going to flip over into some hip thrusts. So you're going to put your feet on the ground about hip distance apart. Hands are going to be directly beneath your shoulders, bum comes off the ground, and putting your weight through your heels, you're going to tuck your tailbone under and then bring your hips up towards the ceiling. And when you get to the top, I really want you to focus on squeezing your butt. If you struggle with this move, you could just switch it out for some glute bridges. Also, if you can't have your fingers facing the same direction as your toes, you can just point them out to the sides. This might be a little bit more comfortable to begin with. Okay, so for the last exercise, we're going to do a little bit of core. So you're going to come and lie flat on the ground. I want you again to tuck your tailbone under and really focus on pushing your lower back into the ground. Knees are going to come up at 90 degrees, and you're just going to gently tap the floor with your toes. You're going to alternate legs each time. What you really need to focus on here is the control, especially in the down phase. Nice work, guys. You've now got a 1 minute rest, and I will see you back here for round 2. All right, let's get into round 2. So this time I'm going to make some of the movements slightly harder. For the goblet squats, I'm just going to pick up a light dumbbell, but if you're happy to just stay with what we did before, that is totally up to you. So set yourself up with your feet about hip distance apart, weights in your heels, toes and knees pointing out slightly, chest nice and high and core engaged. Back into our modified push-ups. The only way I'm going to make these harder here is I'm just going to try and speed it up, so just a little bit of a quicker pace. Moving on into our tricep extensions. Again, I'm just going to make these slightly harder by picking up the pace and also bringing my hands in slightly closer. Okay, for dorsal raises, the way I'm going to make this harder is as I bring my elbows back and squeeze back, I'm going to actually pull my feet off the ground as well. And if you have any lower back injuries or issues, try not to do this. Try and keep your feet on the ground, but otherwise go ahead and try and challenge yourself. Awesome work, guys. We are moving into the hip thrusts. Again, it's the same thing. I'm just going to try and speed these ones up. Okay, coming down into our final exercise, which was our core exercise. To make this one slightly more challenging, all I'm going to do is actually try and tap my toes a little bit further away from my body than I was previously. All right, over halfway done. I will see you guys in a minute, back for round 3. Okay guys, you've nearly made it. We are in our final round. This round is going to be a little bit more challenging because we're actually going to go 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. So we're going to start with our goblet squats. Pick the option that's right for you and let's go. That 15 seconds makes a bit of difference, but keep going, keep that core nice and strong, keep your chest up and weight in your heels. Okay, coming down into our modified push-ups. Again, we're working for 45 seconds here, so if you do need to take a rest, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. Okay, 45 seconds of tricep extension now. So really focusing again on, as you come up and extending your arms, squeezing your tricep, but also trying to pull your hands towards your body, which will just make you feel a little bit more in the tricep. Moving into our dorsal raises again. So this time it's the last round, so really challenge yourself to really squeeze up nice and high, get that chest up off the ground and draw those legs up as well. We're really close to the end now, guys, so turning over into our hip thrusts. So get those heels on the ground, about hip distance apart. Make sure you really tuck that tailbone under and really squeeze your glutes when you get to the top. Awesome work. This is the last one. We're going into our core exercise. Now, to make this one a little bit harder this time, I'm actually going to tap both toes down at the same time, although feel free to alternate legs, especially if you have any lower back injuries. Awesome work, guys. You have made it to the end. You've got a 30-second rest, and we're just going to come back for a quick cool down stretch. I will see you in 30 seconds. Okay, I think we've deserved a quick stretch and cool down. So we're just going to do some standing side bends. So feet come about hip distance apart. You're going to extend one arm up above your body and slide the other arm down the side of your thigh. And we're going to switch sides. Just do this a couple of times. It should feel nice, nothing too crazy here. Okay, moving on, we're going to lie face down on the floor, and don't worry, we've been here before, but I'm not going to make you do exercise this time. We're just going into a back extension stretch. All right, we're just going to push back into child's pose. So back onto your knees, you're going to bring your butt towards your heels. And if you want to place your head on a block or just on your arms, then that's totally fine. If not, you can make the stretch a little bit bigger by stretching your arms out in front of you. That one always feels really good. All right, we're going to roll over onto our backs, lying flat on the floor. You're just going to stretch your legs out in front of you and draw one of your knees in towards your chest. Awesome work. We're just going to switch legs. And finally, just a quick piriformis stretch. So bend your left leg and place your foot on the floor, and then you're going to bring your right ankle across your left knee. Just stretch to where it's comfortable for you. So this might be enough. You can always pull the foot that's on the ground a little bit closer to your body, which will make this stretch a little bit deeper. Awesome work. We're going to switch sides. Right foot comes down, left ankle comes across. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.